Merry Christmas in advance to you. Now, listen to the information I want to share with you, and this is very important for your 2024. If you're applying for student visa in 2024, this video is for you, and don't forget to share it with other people because these informations are priceless. They are priceless. I mean, it's what I'm sharing right now. They are priceless. Now, listen. For some time now, just recently, they have changed. I mean, Australia have changed everything that have to do with the way that they process your student visa. Now, before you can just write your email, what you call SOP, which is GTE, genuine temporary entrant, and just write it, and the school is gonna give you what you call your C of E, and then you proceed to apply for your visa. Now, listen. Now, when you apply for your visa, you're going to be called. Listen attentively, especially those in Africa. You're going to be called because this has made a lot of visa recently. People are applying for visa to be rejected. So you're going to be called, and when you're being called, you're going to be called by the embassy because some of the African countries don't have the Australian embassy localized in their place in their countries. Example, Nigeria does not have an Australian embassy. All right, so you're going to be called by the Australian embassy, most times the one in South Africa, or maybe might be the one in Kenya. All right, so you're going to be called, and when you're being called, you're going to be sent what we call a link to join for an interview. Yes, Australia is now making it mandatory that every student go through genuine temporary entrance. So that is what we call the test to prove that you're genuinely coming to study in this beautiful country. Now, this is not to scare you, but this is for some people who have failed in the past to learn their lessons now, and for people who are about to apply to begin to do the right things. Remember, what I'm sharing is priceless, and this will change the game. Now, if you're watching this for the first time, how can you help me? Share this video so that other people can watch it. You're being called. These are the things that you need to be ready for. Listen. Even I know how genuine you are, you want to come study here. If you don't do this rightly, you will be rejected. Your visa will be rejected. Yes. So how do you do this so that as they are calling you from the embassy, you are going to be able to prove your genuineness? Because I know you're genuine, but you need to prove it. Now, number one is that everything is written down in your SOP, whatever you call it, your GTE. You need to now be able to master some questions because it's going to be a face-to-face interview. Sometimes they're going to call you, and sometimes it's going to be most likely a face-to-face team interview. And they're going to ask you, why are you coming to study in Australia? Now, there are some things that people do that is very, very funny. Don't be unassuming. It's a moment for you to express yourself. Now, as you're talking about why you're coming to study, you need to be able to prove it because Australia is a developed nation and you're coming from a developing nation. You need to say that. You need to be able to highlight that. Now, if you have not watched my previous video about what needs to be in your SOP, now you need to go and watch it. And if you're not in my Telegram community where I share a lot of things that need to be in your GTE, please go and watch it. Now, if you hear me say SOP and GTE, I use it in between because most countries, that's what people know about it. Your statement of purpose that includes everything and reason why and why you're coming to study in a country. So make sure that you do these things because it will help you. When asked the question, please don't be so rigid. Be flexible. Put up a smiling face. Don't come and be like, no, you don't understand what I want. So put up a smiling face and defend your right cause. Because some of you are genuinely coming to study, but because you're not able to clearly express why you're coming to study and those are reasons. Now, so you're talking about why you're coming to study, always end with saying what you're going to do with what you're studying back in your home country. Always sound convincing, even if you don't have to be, but sound convincing, sound persuasive. Be clear, say it out. Don't be like, this, that. No, say it out because this will help you. Now, I don't want to make this video too long, but if you're watching this, your genuine temporary entrance, which is your test the genuineness of your student visa, is the new thing, is the new end thing now. So that's why it's easy for people to just get rejected. They don't even need to do anything. Just asking you and looking at your expressions. That is what matters. So tell them, always talk about your coming back after your studies. You always say it, okay, I am studying this. After I'm done studying, I'm going to be coming back with this thing I've studied to be able to work in my home country. I have agencies, I have organizations that I'm going to work with to implement this thing. I know I have a job, I have family that I'm coming back to. So always talk about it. Don't come and be saying some certain things like, some informations. I'm not going to say it here, but make sure, not be saying if they ask you something, you're going to talk, say the country, if you get a Sigobi, if they ask to say this, you will still want to stay back for Australia. You can't say, I can stay back. I can say, no, talk, no, talk. Make sure that you make the right choices. Talk about your home ties. Talk about the fact that you need to come back to your country to implement what you've learned in a developing country. So this is how it works. I know I will end there for today, but know that this is a new thing. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.